The rose that blooms in summer's golden day will wither when the autumn winds grow cold. Yet though its petals fall and fade away, its perfume lingers, more precious than gold. That's amazing and insightful. The flower is dead, but its scent, like a soul, has already mixed into the air. The merry wine flows freely in the tent, inciting mirth and quelling discontent. Though fleeting joy a single night is lent, all gather to prolong the merriment. Drink the spring, summer, autumn, and winter. The hot sirocco wind blows fierce and strong. Across the sands it howls its mournful song. The desert yields no refuge from its wrong, as on its way the raging gales prolong. We're safe within our tent. The earth, once young, has seen a million springs, and yet her face is fair, her heart still green. What secret potion does the ageless bring to wear such youth beneath the veil unseen? Spring sleeps within the seed. Each passing year is but a whispered note in time's eternal symphony of sound. And though our part may on the winds be wrote, its echo lingers in the earth around. The orchestra plays on.
The flame that dances on the candle's tip consumes itself in every fleeting spark. Yet in the shadows cast by light's last sip, there shines a memory that warms the dark. We are 4D shadows shining in 3D. A candle burns within the midnight gloom, its fragile flame a beacon to the dark. And though the light may fade too soon, its glow has left forevermore a mark. Night can't even quench the smallest light. In every grain of sand a story lies, in every wave a secret yet untold. For those with eyes to see, the world implies more wisdom than 1,000 books can hold. Behold the treasure house. My sweetheart's lips red as the ruby's hue, invite my kiss their hidden treasure to pursue. No jewel or pearl could ever construe the taste of lover's kiss so honeyed and true. Each moment's kiss upon the cheek of time is sweeter for the brevity it knows. Like fleeting lovers in their secret rhyme, we treasure most what like a shadow goes. The lofty minaret challenges the sky, from whence the muezzin issues his high cry. The faithful kneel as he calls them nigh, to face towards Mecca and to Allah fly. Wishes, hopes, and dreams take man over. The winter clouds unleash their frozen tears, as icy rain the newborn springtime nears. The dormant seeds await the fertile years, when flowers rise above the frost and fears. The seeds burst into life again. Rose breath. In a garden of the old oak's shade, whispers of time in the twilight fade. Stars shimmer tales of a million days, life's tender notes in a glowing haze, a cup of wisdom from a poet's hand. The soul finds peace in a foreign land. Petals that fall tell tales untold, hearts intertwine as dreams unfold. Wherever you roam, let your spirit soar, through peaks and valleys seeking more. In every dawn and every night, infinite wonder in endless flight. Moon's gentle glow like a soothing balm serenades sweet in the evening calm. Paths unknown call the brave to stride wisdom and wonder as their guide. Whispers in winds through ancient trees, echoing journeys across 7 seas. Footprints fade, but memories grow in the heart's garden forever aglow. In the universe's wrap we're torn, rivers fed by tears we've borne. Embers reflect our deepest fears. Morning's breath calms and clears. Dancing light with wings that twinkle softly, laughing in the air, whisper secrets oh so simple, magic dust beyond compare. Oh, the fairies sing at twilight, spinning tales among the trees, mischief makers gleaming starlight, mystery carried on the breeze.
A handful of sand, once a king with a golden hand, now lost to the sunken band. Turrets rise and then they fall. Life's a grain that slips through all. In the garden where dreams did bloom, now it's shadowed by the gloom. Echoes whisper through the sand, ghosts of a forgotten land. Where did the glories go that time forgot? In the dunes they fade and they are not. A castle's dream in a shifting land. Life is fleeting, like a handful of sand. Shadows dancing in the past. Nothing golden ever lasts. Turrets piercing through the night, disappearing out of sight. Ancient stories carved in stone, memories left alone, overthrown like a mirage on barren sand. Fading fast, they never stand.
The reflecting bowl, Rubaiyat era. A mirror curves in silence deep. Cosmic secrets held they keep. Stars aligning tales unfold. Magic mysteries like gold. 7 rings around do spin echoes of where dreams begin. Reflected worlds in Jam's own bowl. Galaxies within his soul. Gaze beyond our earthly ties. Through the lens the truth complies. Universe in whispered tones. Secrets of the cosmos known. Lights of distant worlds collide in that glassy world inside. Hidden realms by mirrors bent, whisper what the stars have meant. Floating free among the night, stories told in beams of light. Journey through the shadowed nooks, finding truth in cosmic books. Beyond the planets near and far, answers not so out of par. With a lens we see it clear, simple truths that seem so near.
Blush toward flush. Morn is blooming, skies are new and hushed. Gardens dust washed by rain's gentle rush. Nightingale whispers tales from the bloom. We drink to rise, colors from our gloom. Pale rose shining in the morning light. Soft petals opening today so bright. Songs of night merge into daylight dreams. Wines and whispers blend in golden streams. O nightingale, sing with heart so true. Raise our spirits, paint the world anew. Pale rose will toast till the daylight's crush. Together we drink to love's tender blush. Warmth of day on leaves and flowers spread. Songs in chorus fill the air with thread. Wine flows freely, weaving tales of old. In this garden where our hearts unfold, under skies where dreams are softly sown, we'll find beauty that we've never known. Voice of nature whines and birds in flight. We are one in this eternal light. O nightingale, sing with heart so true. Raise our spirits, paint the world anew. Pale rose we'll toast till the daylight's crush. Together we drink to love's tender blush. Savor. Walking through the crowded street, moving fast. Heartbeats chasing dreams, but they just won't last. In the quiet moments where time stands still, that's where love comes around, bends to our will. Eyes meet in the silence, a spark caught in flight. Not in the hurry, but in the gentle night. Stay right where you are, don't run so far. Let love's butterfly land gentle like a star. Stop and breathe in the wonder of today. Feel the magic of love in its own way. When you let go of the rush and the strife, that's where you'll find the love in your life. In the chaos, we lose sight of what's real, chasing illusions, forgetting to feel. In the stillness, that's where love grows. In the moonlight, that's where it shows. So, take a moment. Let the world slow down. Let the quiet of love swirl around. Don't need to search, don't need to roam. Love will find you when you make it home. Stop and breathe in the wonder of today. Feel the magic of love in its own way. When you let go of the rush and the strife, that's where you'll find the love in your life.
The dying kiss. Spring was dying as she was conceived. Summer knew he now had to believe. No more breaking, only creating, a love born from someone else's leaving. Spring was fading as he came into being. Summer opened and blossomed with feeling, welcomed new breath into his strong chest, with love's dying breath. Summer, as we lie next to one another, I hope you find the beauty in birth through my death. You say you're not blessed, but you're not fully grown, so you don't know what you'll blossom into. Seems that death's always tied to new life. How can it be a new beginning if it means goodbye? Hold me tight, baby, hold me like my love will never die. You tell me one day we'll have forever, though one day we'll die. I know the truth is, when spring dies, summer blooms. When I die, forever starts with you. Waiting for the summer to arrive, barefoot in a nightgown, dreaming daydreams, rehearsing a new order by her side. Wise men say I'm giving up my kingdom. Who needs one when you're ruling love and light, not chained to one, but think I've got a real one divinity I recognize on sight. Coming soon, he walked right into my life. Coming soon, luckily at the right time. Coming soon, I've got forever in mind, a promise ring for the rest of my life. And I called you my holy grail goddess, touched down with no landing gear, and you cupped me on earth's bosom. Say summer's coming soon, a season described in dreams, fruit and flower and seed dreams. As the songbird sings, anxiously awaiting your ring and your right baby coming soon, right in the nick of time, a new last name garden of a new life. Rosary of the seasons, woven tight, the days disappear, and one by one those faceless strings have worn into years. Looking out, they've braided in columns and rows, the webs are tangled and tired and brittle like bones. Holding me are the present, and then the past, unspun is the future I know won't last. Mama always said, "Tell me, dear, come here. What are you gonna do when you grow up?" Well, I guess we're gonna find out. On this thin line, all things become one. Everything fades. Moments stop lingering on. A rose in bloom begins with morning light, awakened and in bloom, then soon in decline. The petals fall and drift so faint to sight, reminding us past beauty is left behind. Life experiences like dew on grass are formed then disappear in moments so fast, yet memories remain so deeply cast, a holy emblem of our learned past.
Angel, might I be your angel, enfolding you, shining brightness upon you, holding you, nurturing and carrying you aloft, where you belong, dear, far above it all. Might I be the nightingale that sings for you, filling up the naked sound that rings for you. When nothing else remains, may I be there to call, where you belong, dear, far above it all. Might I be the answer to your fears when they speak, and I heard it through the grapevine that love keeps a deeply rooted vine. The summer fruit is nearly ready to fall, where you belong, dear, far above it all. And let us go gently, because there are deep ruts in the road, many unanticipated potholes. And you must never think you can bear the weight of it all alone, but keep me shimmering with you. And my song is already sung. There is nothing more that has need of being done beyond the phenomena, just beyond the wall above it all. The best life, breathe in all that's good, breathe out all that's bad. Peace flows into you, it's warm, wet, and glad. Feel it course throughout the body. And then say, "This is the best life that I've ever had." Now breathe in good energy. Now exhale the bad. Equilibrium. Out where the river runs far from the Sultan's throne, we live by the stream side, the two of us alone. Here it's the perfect equilibrium, poor but yet so rich. It's a dichotomy, so it's the perfect equilibrium at home yet so free. Here we're known privately, no matter how far away life takes me. This memory sings how I'll always be, and no matter how far away life takes me, it brings me back to sing the song of the free. Oh, if you care not for diamonds, gold, and ash, come and stay, get away, no need to pack. This memory sings how I'll always be, and no matter how far away life takes me, it brings me back to sing. Partless. What's fundamental is less than whole. Like a spring giving birth to a river, a lake or a stream, its roots deeper than it seems. In water there are multiple layers. Shallow depths doesn't mean that there's less. Its state may be different, but still H20 remains just as itself. What's fundamental changes not its state. It remains just the same as itself. What's essential, partless and new, can't be composed of less than it is. What it is may in time rearrange, being partless, changing forms over time. When it does, its composition remains, but in time it returns to its prime.
Quantum fields. The empty space that seemed so void and bare seethes with the fields that underlie all. There. A churning sea of virtual display where particles arise from who knows where. The quantum's dance, more subtle than the wine that filled old Omar's cup with truths divine, shows substance as a shifting wave of chance, reality a ghostly design. What are these fields that permeate the all, that rise and fall like ocean's endless crawl? Mathematics speaks in symbols pure and cold, while nature laughs behind her quantum wall. The electron's path, uncertain as our fate, spreads like a cloud that will not correlate. Measure its speed, position slips away. Such is the price we now must calculate. Each force we know, the strong, the weak, light's ray, are but the field's eternal interplay. The universe itself emerges thus from quantum foam that bubbles night and day. The vacuum boils with energy unseen. Virtual pairs flash where null has been. Creation and destruction dance as one. What would the ancient sages make of these strange scenes? Entanglement binds space and time as naught, defying all that common sense has taught. Two particles dance partners though apart, a mystery deeper than all prophets sought. The field extends through all infinity. Each point contains what was and is to be, more fundamental than the stars above, this quantum basis of reality. So let us drink to physics' latest tale, though wisdom's cup before it might grow pale. For in these fields lies truth more strange by far than any wine that set old Omar's tongue to rail. What secret dance beneath all matter flows, more deep than any mortal wisdom knows? The quantum field, whose endless ripples weave reality from patterns no eye shows. In empty space, they say, vast energies foam into life, then vanish like the seas. The void itself teems with potential forms, a truth that mocks our certainties with ease. No solid substance rules the world below, but fields of force that ebb and surge and flow. The electron's path, a probability cloud, defies the rigid laws of long ago. Each particle that seems to stand apart is but a wave within the quantum's art, connected to its fellows everywhere through fields that bind the ending to the start. The mathematics speaks in symbols clear, yet meaning slips away as we draw near. For in this realm beneath the atom's veil, our common sense must disappear. Strange symmetries lie hidden in the deep, where virtual pairs their phantom dances keep. Creation and destruction hand in hand, while constant's universal vigil keep. Observer and observed in one strange bond unite and change, like ripples in a pond. The act of measurement itself transforms the very truth we seek to grasp beyond. The field extends through all of space and time, more basic than the stars that nightly climb. Each point contains infinity entire, a truth too vast for reason or for rhyme. What prophet dreamed these forces would unfold? These quantum truths more strange than tales of old, where probability rules with subtle hand, and cause and effect grow weak and cold? So let us drink to physics' latest wine, though stranger far than vintage on the vine. For in these fields lies truth more beautiful than any sage had thought to yet divine.
The song of the free, imagination. My heart in flight is love that the wondrous earth brings, and the wind on my soul whispers hidden and inexorable things. As streams stream into streams, our senses meet and flow into each other. Beyond stillness and bliss, it is the imagination that ignites our wings and sets them aflame. Oh, the imagination flies. To the future cares is ours, our present ease. By the Simpa's chain of hard fetter, the frailest of life's least succor is to plead the time underfoot falls stronger matter. By God, take the breath from under breath made, and another comes now time. With it, take the life of life from under soul state, providence slipping on two-wheeled. In spin I fall afoul of life-holding aged fate, the Corsican sliding over the lip, the deeds done, but the deeds hidden from eye, gold's age ogre weighing down soul-forging skill. The Sodoms now obscured by those now mild, the Babels grown dumb from one tongue Babel heads. The Babylon slave dumps the world's singing child next to the weakest whose strong souls will it. The infernal art from inside grasps grasp, its worshippers of the world's purse-yoked pay, spending their purse of humanity's loss, in asking pay-asks of hard-fettered state, their free will with these to justify loss, waiting for the Sibyl's lottery staked stakes. The present greatest by that past is fixed, but its stronger nearer birth of itself.
I am but a humble admirer of Khayyam's work, standing at the crossroads of time. His words, penned centuries ago, still echo through the ages. Sad yesterday, today and tomorrow, they all come, led by their tears and sorrow. As I read his verses, I feel the weight of history pressing upon me. The boundaries of time begin to blur, and I see visions of the past. Khayyam, surrounded by scholars sharing his wisdom. His eyes, filled with the light of discovery, peer into the mysteries of the universe. To mourn old Khayyam, hail, cheer and farewell. The present materializes around me, filled with those who still study his works. In libraries and universities, his name is spoken with reverence. And then, a glimpse of the future, where his influence continues to grow. You took from death all that life could borrow. In this moment, I understand. Khayyam's legacy is not bound by time. He exists in every era, his wisdom a constant thread through the fabric of existence. The past, present and future converge, and I am overwhelmed by the beauty of it all. Khayyam's words are not just poetry, but a key to understanding the eternal nature of human experience. His mathematics, his astronomy, his philosophy, all intertwined in a dance of knowledge. I see now that to study Khayyam is to study the very essence of human curiosity and creativity. As I return to my study, I am forever changed, for I have seen the true power of words that transcend time itself.
Not all poems are pleasant. Some speak of death, of life's end, separate by just a breath. We see tombstones overgrown, underswept, names unknown, and to all the message saith, "Read me," it says, in words engraved beyond the brink. You who live up above, of life go drink, and you, underneath, now lying so dead, rest in peace, relax, it's later than you think. The cypress shadows lengthen on the stone, where marble angels guard the great unknown, their wings spread wide against approaching night, while time counts moments that cannot atone. Here lies a merchant who gained earthly gold. There sleeps a warrior, once fierce and bold. Besides them rests a child who barely lived, all equal now, within death's sacred fold. The wild grass grows between forgotten names, no difference now between paupers' graves and fames. The rain dissolves the dates carved long ago, while newer stones await their future claims. So pause a while beside these crumbling gates. Where every stone its story relates, of lives once lived beneath the same bright sun that warms your face while patiently it waits. The graveyard teaches what the living know, that summer's bloom must yield to winter's snow, that every dawn must bow to evening's shade, that all who dance must someday cease to go. Yet in this knowledge lies a freedom true, a wisdom old but every morning new. To live while living, love while love endures, and greet each dawn as though the world were too. So read the stones, but do not linger here, where shadows gather and the path grows drear. Fate Lachesis threaded Khayyam's life long, so Omar stitched his tense reasoning strong. The fates who weave our mortal coil so tight, like vintners press sweet wine in dead of night. The stars above their spindle turning slow mark patterns in the tapestry below. Each thread of thought that wise Khayyam did weave, each knot of doubt his mind sought to relieve. The sisters three who spin all destinies, who measure life like wind through cypress trees. So let us raise our cups to those who spin, to those who measure what must now begin.
The higher modes of being that await the future chemically enhanced will make today's primitive mind state seem as a child's tin flute to a symphony. As ancient apes once gazed at fire's gleam, so we now peer at consciousness's dream, while newer chains of molecules unfold to birth awareness broader than we deem. The neural paths we tread grow ever new, as silver threads of science weave through the flesh that bound our ancestors in night, now shooting stars across a broader blue. Tomorrow's dawn may find us strange indeed, when memory blooms like some enchanted seed, and thoughts leap swift as lightning through our minds, while old constraints fall useless as a reed. What Mozart might we hear with altered ears? What colors paint the edge of future years? When consciousness expands past nature's bounds, will joy transcend the barrier of tears? Yet in this race toward minds of crystal light, let wisdom guide our steps through changing night, lest in our haste to leave the human frame we lose the core that made our species bright. For all our dreams of transcendental bliss, of minds expanded past mind's precipice, remember still the beauty of our flaws, the simple joy in lover's gentle kiss. So let us drink the wine of future days, that change may lift us to the highest peak, yet human hearts beat true in countless ways. The symphony ahead may shake the stars, as consciousness breaks through its prison bars, but save one note for what we used to be. The tin flute's song still echoes from afar.
I played a fine trick on the Shah last night. I said that I'd bring down the starlight of his favorite sky pattern to ground. My sparklers dug into the sand lit bright. The courtiers gasped to see the stars descend, as though the vault of heaven deigned to bend. While I, with hidden smile, drew patterns true that made the desert with the heavens blend. Such simple things can mock the grandest schemes. A handful of bright powder caught in dreams, some saltpeter and sulfur mixed with care, can mirror what the mighty cosmos seems. The Shah, he laughed to see his stars below, not knowing how the common metals glow. believed that I had mastered heaven's art when merely earth's deep secrets I did know. How sweet to play the cosmic trickster's part, when science masquerades as magic's art, to make the mighty marvel at the small and bridge the gap between heaven and desert's heart. The sparks that danced upon the cooling sand drew constellations shaped by mortal hand, each brief and burning point a mockery of stars that time itself cannot command. Let wisdom find its humor in this jest. That power often fails the grandest test, while simple things, well-timed and well-displayed, can fool the eyes of even Earth's best. Yet in this game of mirrors played so well, perhaps a deeper truth these sparks did tell, that beauty needs no royal command to shine, and heaven's glory here on earth may dwell. So let the Shah believe what pleased him so. Sometimes the sweetest truths we cannot show, that stars above and sparks upon the ground are cousins in the cosmic fire's flow. I'm the darkest, boasts the shadow to the night. No, gloats midnight, compared to me you're bright. You floodlights, crows starless space, stop your fight. The darkest plight is the lack of love's delight. Good and evil sprang from wrong and right, when from naught twin genies split day and night. Oh, fear not that black's might can vanquish white. Darkest night can't e'en quench the smallest light. Then spoke the cave from depths profound and deep. I've held the dark so long in endless keep, yet even I have seen the torches gleam when seekers through my shadowed chambers creep. The void chimed in with laughter vast and cold. Your darkness is but infant young, not old. I stretched before the birth of burning suns, before the cosmic story could unfold. But then a firefly lit its gentle spark, and all these mighty shadows, stern and stark, drew back in wonder at its tiny flame. How small a light could pierce so deep a dark. Your contest is but vanity, spoke dawn, for darkness must retreat when light's withdrawn, while light itself needs no opposing force. It simply is, and darkness then is gone. The sunset murmured, both have sacred worth. The darkness draws the stars down to the earth, while light reveals the beauty of the day. Each death of one gives other force new birth. Love listened to their quarrel with a smile, knowing darkness served but for a while, to make the light more precious in its time. Like gems that gleam more bright in dark defiles. The greatest dark, love whispered, lies within the heart that's closed its doors and won't begin to let compassion's candle pierce its walls, where fear has made the shadows thick as sin. Yet even there, said hope with quiet might, a single act of kindness brings delight, as one small flame can fill a darkened room and guide lost travelers home through endless night. So let the darkness boast its power strong, while light continues singing its bright song. For in the dance of shadow and of shine, love's radiance has lit the way along.
The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. Nor all thy piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line, nor all thy tears wash out a word of it. Now's pen inscribes, based on what was there, its destined words phrasing our sentence here. Although it may spell to us right or wrong, even one letter's change hasn't a prayer. Each syllable drops like a stone in time. Each vowel rings out its measured chime, while consonants march forward, stark and strong, building walls of fate in measured rhyme. The ink flows black as night and swift as thought, recording deeds that cannot be unbought, while prophets, kings, and beggars all must read the text of life that cannot be untaught. Some try to grasp the pen with desperate hands, to write their will across fate's shifting sands. but find their fingers slip through empty air. The author of our tale still understands. What words are these that shape our destiny? What grammar rules this vast anatomy of time and space and cause and consequence that writes our parts in life's grand symphony? Perhaps the pen writes not in straight lines clean, but spirals through dimensions yet unseen, where past and future dance in quantum waltz, and what might be with what is intervenes. Yet forward still the narrative must flow, like rivers that have but one way to go, though branches spread like possibilities. They all must join the ocean down below. So let us read these pages while we may, and though we cannot edit yesterday, perhaps between the lines we yet might find some wisdom in the words we cannot sway. For though the finger writes what must be true, each reading brings interpretation new, and in the space between the written lines, we find the freedom to begin anew.
For in and out, above, about, below, 'tis nothing but a magic shadow show, played in a box whose candle is the sun, round which we phantom figures come and go. We are phenomena's projected face, well painted from Noumena's unseen base. It's as a lamp lights up a paper shade. We figures revolving around in space. Like shadows cast on Plato's ancient wall, we dance to music we cannot recall, while truth itself stays hidden from our sight. Behind the curtain of perception's hall, the mind that thinks it grasps reality holds only shapes of possibility, as children clutch at shadows on the grass, not knowing what above them they might see. What lies behind the screen of time and space? What hidden light projects each human face? We see the dance but not the dancer's form, the effect but not the cause of nature's grace. The universe spins like a cosmic wheel where what we touch is not the thing that's real, the chair, the stone, the star above our heads, all shadows of a truth we cannot feel. Yet in this play of light and shifting shade, some wisdom still may guide the choices made. Though all be seeming, seeming still contains the truth for which our seeking hearts have prayed. For if we're shadows, still we cast our own, and in our dancing make our presence known. Though substance slip beyond our mortal grasp, our phantom steps leave footprints in the stone. The box of space-time holds our brief display, while stars and atoms through their patterns sway. Perhaps the greatest truth is simply this: to dance our shadow dance with grace today. And though we cannot pierce the veil of things, nor see what moves the puppet master's strings, still in the beauty of the shadow show, some echo of the eternal mystery rings. The snatch of poem the camel driver sings, and paints with sunbeams what his vision brings, of the waving veils adorning her tent, of the pipe dreams floating up in smoke rings, which fumes are as sighs sent to heaven far, for consideration from his altar on this bubbled puff of a worldly sphere, in case destiny wishes to shake its jar. His prayer rises with the desert heat, while hoofbeats mark time's slow retreating feet, and in the distance shimmering like hope, mirages dance where sand and sky rim meet. The hubble-bubble gurgles soft and low, like water that has long forgot to flow, while in its bowl the embers glow like stars that fell to earth 10,000 years ago. His camel knows the path through shifting dunes, while he dreams on through afternoons, of gardens hidden in her twilight eyes, of poetry wrapped in forgotten tunes. The tobacco's scent becomes her perfume sweet, the desert wind becomes her dancing feet, the evening star becomes her distant lamp, where fantasy and harsh reality meet. How many drivers on this ancient track have watched their dreams curl up in smoke rings black, while destiny, amused at mortal hopes, lets some dreams fly and others circles back. The coffee cups read fortunes in their grounds, while caravans trace their eternal rounds, and lovesick hearts send messages above, through smoke that rises and through prayer that sounds. Each puff becomes a letter to the sky, each exhaled cloud a lover's hopeful sigh, while stars like scattered gems on heaven's cloth watch silent as these mortal dreams float by. The night wind whispers secrets to the sand, of love's brief touch on life's unfolding hand, while he, poor soul, seeks comfort in his pipe and dreams of gardens in this barren land.
Where are they? Cuckoo's the ringdove. Who were they? Hoots the old owl. When were they? Queries the old fowl. Why were they? Cries the child of love. The cricket chirps its what into the night, while fireflies flash questions burning bright, and ancient trees with creaking voices ask, how long until we know what's right? The river murmurs, whither did they go? The wind whispers, which way, both high and low, while morning larks trill whence? To breaking dawn and evening thrush pipes wherefore, soft and slow. The fox's bark asks, what remains behind? The wolf's howl seeks, what treasures can we find? The mouse's squeak inquires, what traces last, when all our footsteps fade, by time refined? How many? Counts the woodpecker's sharp rap. How often? Sighs the pine beneath its cap. How far? The swallow swoops to ask the air, while time flows on through nature's endless lap. The butterfly flits, was it all a dream? The brook babbles, did they cross my stream? The grass blade whispers, did they rest here once? The flower wonders, were things as they seem? The mountain's echo asks, will they return? The valley's mist sighs, what did they learn? The desert sand hisses, what did they build? The sea foam questions, what did they earn? Yet still the dove cuckoos its plaintive cry. The owl still hoots beneath the star-strewn sky. The fowl still queries times long past and gone, while love's child still asks the reason why. For nature's voice speaks in eternal rounds through beast and bird and all created sounds, the questions that our hearts cannot resolve, though wisdom in the asking still abounds. Till stars grow dim and mountains wear away, till seas run dry and all the world turns gray. These questions echo through the cosmic dark. Where? Who? When? Why? Through night and day.
Like the moon, challenge night and gain the light. Like the rose, suffer the thorn. Gain the fragrance of life, surrender to live forever. Enlightened more than 1,000 suns. As lotus rises from the muddy deep, through darkened waters slowly does it creep, to bloom in glory on the morning pond. Such wisdom from life's depths we too may reap. Like pearls that form in wounds of oyster shells, like thunder that in stillness briefly dwells, like flames that dance through fuel they consume. Each loss a greater gaining foretells. The butterfly must break its chrysalis. The seed must split to reach toward spring's kiss. The mountain stream must fall to find the sea, and we must empty cups to taste new bliss. The phoenix gains its glory through the fire. The diamond forms beneath earth's crushing tire. The strongest steel is tempered in the flame. Through trial supreme we too may rise higher. Learn from the reed that bends but does not break, from winter trees that seem to sleep but wake, from stars that shine most bright in darkest night. What strength from weakness we might undertake. The greatest truth lies wrapped in paradox, like springs that bubble up through desert rocks, like silence that makes music sweeter still, like key that turns within the stubborn locks. So seek not ease upon the gentle road, nor shrink from bearing wisdom's weighted load. For sweetest honey comes from bitter herbs, and brightest light from darkness once bestowed. For those who dare to dance with mystery, who embrace the thorns of destiny, find hidden in each moment's passing pain the seeds of immortality. A book of verses underneath the bough, a jug of wine, a loaf of bread, and thou beside me singing in the wilderness. O wilderness, were paradise enow. What need have we of golden palace walls when leaf-green shadows dance in forest halls? What use are silken cushions to our rest when moss grows soft where afternoon light falls? The wine we share reflects the setting sun. The bread we break shows day's work well done, while verses read aloud take wing like birds through branches where the evening stars have spun. Your voice makes music of the poet's words, more sweet than morning songs of waking birds, while wild roses climb the ancient trees and distant flutes charm home the wandering herds. Let others seek their heaven far above, in jeweled crowns or things they're dreaming of. Our paradise blooms here between two hearts, where simple pleasures prove sufficient love. The book holds wisdom gathered through the years. The wine holds laughter, joy, and sometimes tears. The bread holds earth's own blessing in its crust, while you hold all my heart through all its fears. What sultan's garden could be half so fair as this wild meadow that we two now share? What royal feast could match our simple meal, seasoned with love and clean mountain? In this lost haunt, on the Orion arm of the Milky Way, safe from the core's harm, we philosophers meet in the tavern as sleuthhounds unweaving the cosmic yarn. We search for the start of the universe, the end, the before, the after, the kinds, the measures, and all that lies between. The music of the spheres magnificent. We follow every single avenue, whether it's brightly lit or a dark alley, exploring one-ways, no-ways, and dead ends, until cornered where the truth is hiding. In quantum foam we seek the primal source. Through curved space-time we plot our wisdom's course, while superstrings vibrate their secret tunes and dark energy drives cosmic force. Some chase through multiverse's endless halls where parallel lives echo parallel calls. Each choice we make splits reality's stream as countless worlds through countless channels falls. We measure redshifts testimony clear of galaxies fleeing both far and near, while background radiation's ancient light still whispers tales of chaos in our ear. Between black holes where space and time collapse, through wormholes where causality perhaps might loop like serpents swallowing their tails, we hunt for where the cosmic mystery laps. In taverns built of stardust and of dreams, we drink deep draughts of theoretical schemes, while neutron stars spin tales of density, and quasars flash their billion solar beams. The mathematics guides our stumbling feet through labyrinth where mind and mystery meet. Each equation points toward further doors, behind which deeper puzzles we may greet. Some say the truth lies scattered in the math, some seek it on religion's ancient path, while others claim that both roads lead as one to where the cosmic dance its meaning hath. Yet still we gather in our spiral arm, safe harbored from the galactic core's harm, to share our tales of hunting cosmic truth, and weave new theories fascinating charm. For though the universe keeps secrets still, though mystery defies our boldest will, awake! For morning in the bowl of night has flung the stone that puts the stars to flight, and lo, the hunter of the east has caught the sultan's turret in a noose of light. Night's mystical flight of fulfilled desires heralds the day star as darkness retires. The sun subsumes the stars. Fire paints the dawn and captures the sultan's holy spires. The shadows flee like thieves before the law as heaven's gates of gold begin to draw their curtains back, revealing day's bright stage where night's dark players withdraw in awe. Each minaret becomes a finger dipped in morning's flame, each dome in glory stripped of evening's veils, while darkness eastward runs, like wine from heaven's cup now gently tipped. The roosters cry their challenges to sleep, as dawn's pale armies up the sky walls creep, while dream-wrapped sleepers stir in their cocoons, and night's sweet secrets turn too bright to keep. The morning wind sweeps clean the stellar floor, where constellations danced an hour before, while dawn's bright scimitar with swift strokes cuts the bonds of sleep from every dreamer's door. See how the Sun King storms night's ebony throne, how darkness yields each kingdom, zone by zone, till all the world lies conquered, bathed in light, and night's black banners far away have flown. The dervish dawn whirls golden in the east, as stars blow out their lamps the smallest least, while sleep's sweet cup is dashed from drowsy lips, and day spreads out its bright awakening feast. The moon, that proud pale sultan of the dark, now fades like smoke from morning's burning bark, while Venus, last bright jewel of the night, dissolves into day's overwhelming arc. Each dawn recreates the world's first morning hour, when light first showed its world-awakening power. So rise and join the day's great carnival, before time dims this bright celestial flower. Come where the brookside willows droop o'er the cooling stream. Come to the oak's thick shelter from noontide's glowing beam, where ferns sway soft and gentle in summer's fragrant breeze, where songbirds weave their music through branches of the trees. Rest here upon the moss bed where shadows dance and play. Watch as the clear water sparkles throughout the peaceful day. Let nature's quiet wisdom bring solace to your mind. Among these ancient guardians, sweet refuge you shall find. Come where the brookside willows droop o'er the cooling stream. Come to the oak's thick shelter from noontide's glowing beam. Here sweet wild roses cluster, pink-petaled, fresh with dew, while butterflies all flutter in skies of deepest blue. Soft mosses spread their carpet beneath the ancient tree. The air is filled with birdsong, a nature's symphony. The water whispers stories of mountains far away as time flows ever onward through this sweet summer day. Only the eternal basis remains, as potential for all possible books in everything's Babel repository, to author another universe's story. Each quantum page holds infinite refrains through multiverse's labyrinthine nooks, where every thought that ever was or could be ripples through spacetime's shifting cosmic streams. In fractal patterns, consciousness sustains the dance of meaning as creation looks upon itself through myriad mirrors bright. Each reader's mind new galaxies attains. Between these lines of cosmic DNA, whole worlds collapse and bloom in swift display. Each syllable contains a universe, where countless souls might choose to drift or stay. Through endless stacks of possibility, we wander, seeking what we hope to see. Yet in this quest for ultimate design, perhaps the seeking is what sets us free. Each letter forms a cosmic DNA strain, each word a world where meaning overlooks the boundaries of possibility, where thought and form entwine like gentle rain. In halls where infinite thoughts combine and fold, where every tale that could be told is told, we seek the one true book among the stars that holds the key to mysteries of old. These shelves of possibility unfurled show every path that might have been uncurled. Each volume holds a universe complete, a different spin on how to build a world. Across Khayyam's gravestone blows the simoom, carrying forth Omar's Persia fume. Redressed in the versifier's costume, it's remade into Victorian perfume. The fumes of ageless rhymes from ancient times waft from the Persian verse, as some chimes new are mixed with the spirit of the old, deftly rendered for Victorian climes. Through Fitzgerald's glass the wine grows sweeter still, as Eastern wisdom bends to Western will. The nightingale now sings in English woods, while Persian roses bloom on London's hill. Each translation bears its own strange disguise, as meaning shifts beneath translation's eyes, yet truth seeps through like wine through earthen jars. Some essence of the poet never dies. From desert sands to England's misty shores, the wandering verses knock at foreign doors. Their meaning shifts like shadows in the night, yet something of their essence still endures. The poet's words, like birds on migration's wing, cross borders where new tongues their music sing. Though changed by time and distance, still they soar. Each translation makes the old words spring. The gardens of the East bloom strange and new when planted in the western morning dew, yet underneath these transplanted flowers, the roots of ancient wisdom still run true.
Life's a web of whos, whys, whats, and hows, stretched as time between eternal boughs. Gossamer threads bear the beads that glisten, each moment a sequence of instant nows. Dew-dropped strands catch morning's golden light, while spider silk of dreams spans day and night, each crossing point a choice that might have been, each junction where our paths could take their flight. The present dangles on this cosmic lace, a trembling drop in vast eternal space, while past events string out behind like pearls, and future moments wait to take their place. Some threads lead up toward heaven's distant peak, some spiral down where darker answers seek, while others stretch horizontal through time, where cause and effect their patterns speak. The web vibrates with every choice we make, each action sends fresh ripples in its wake, while distant strands connected feel the touch. What quantum tangles in our movements wake? Between the threads swim particles of chance, like fireflies that through the evening dance. Each flash illuminates a different path through which our destinies might advance. The ancient spinners weave with patient care, each filament of fate both strong and rare, while we, poor flies caught in this grand design, see beauty in the trap that holds us there. Some strands are spun from joy's pure golden light, some dark with grief that dims the stars at night, yet all together form the pattern whole that makes our brief existence burning bright. The web holds memories like morning dew, each droplet showing different points of view, while time flows on, refreshing every strand with possibilities both false and true. So dance upon these threads while still you may, for though they quiver, still they hold their sway, and in their intricate connecting lines lies meaning for our brief cosmic stay.
For my sins of spring, I repent my part. No, I mustn't atone, for how apart could I resist the beauty of love's truth, when roses and tulips bloom in love's heart? What fault lies in surrendering to spring, when every bird takes flight on passion's wing? The very air breathes love's sweet perfume now. How can the soul resist such gathering? Should dewdrops ask forgiveness from the dawn for glittering when morning light is drawn? Should butterflies apologize for flight when winter's gloomy curtain is withdrawn? The garden knows no virtue quite like this, to bloom despite the serpent's deadly hiss, to open petals to the warming sun, to risk the thorn for beauty's tender kiss. Some say that love's a madness we should flee, that passion's flames burn rationality. But wisdom dwells in every opening bud that dares to trust spring's sweet necessity. If this be sin, then let me sinful be, like pollen scattered golden, wild and free, like rivers rushing to embrace the sea, like blossoms bursting from the prison tree. The preacher warns of love's destructive force, while secretly his heart charts passion's course. For who can stem the tide of spring's return, or bid the blood run colder at its source? Let those who dwell in winter's chambers cold condemn the heart for growing lover bold. In the garden where dreams never really end, time slips from fingers like fine golden sand, a winged whisper in the twilight so grand. Catch it quick, or watch it slip through Neverland. Once we held tomorrow in the palm of our hand. Turned around for a minute, now it's gone like a band. A fleeting song in the skies that we planned. Fly so high as we chase through the Neverland. Pursue the moment, don't let it fade, in a world where wishes are made. Hold tight to the dreams that we paint, beneath starlight where hearts never faint. In the shadows where the magic stands, life's ephemeral like castles in the sand. A spark ignites in the blink of a span. Chase those dreams through the heart of Neverland. In a land where time's a waltz unplanned, close your eyes and take my hand. Together we'll wander through Wonderland, flight bound high as we glide through Neverland. Memory's ideas recall the last heard tone. Sensation savors what is presently known. Imagination anticipates coming sounds. The delight is such that none could produce alone. The senses drink the moment's flowing wine, while memory's cellars store each vintage fine. And fancy spreads its wings to catch the breeze of possibilities that might combine. Three sisters weave the tapestry of mind. One reads the patterns time has left behind. One threads the needle of the present hour. One spins the gold of what we hope to find. The now flows swift between what was and might, like rivers fed by streams of past delight, while dreams cast forward like the morning sun, to paint tomorrow's canvas burning bright. Without the past to give the present weight, without the now to make tomorrow great, without the dream of what is yet to be, each faculty alone stands incomplete. The sweetest music needs all strings to play. The brightest rainbow needs each colored ray, and consciousness requires its triple light to illuminate our brief and wondrous way. Someday. Take the road of eventually towards someday. Turn back at the fork of maybe and perhaps. Past the winding path where it could have been. Then you've arrived in the land of never. At crossroads marked by later and not yet, the weary traveler pauses to forget the urgent summons of the rising sun, while time's swift caravan moves on, unmet. The inn of tomorrow beckons sweet and fair, with promises of rest beyond compare. But those who stop to taste its vintage, deep-fined years have slipped like sand through fingers there. Along the boulevard of by and by, the flowers of intention wilt and die, while opportunity's swift birds take wing, their songs fading in the distant sky. The bridge of almost spans a chasm wide, where broken dreams like autumn leaves reside. And nearly whispers tales of glory lost to pilgrims stranded on the almost side. In gardens tended by procrastination grow thorny vines of rationalization. Their perfumed blooms of soon and presently mask poison fruits of lost determination. The castle would have rises proud and tall, its phantom towers never meant to fall, but ghostly guests who haunt its empty halls find could have answers nothing that they call. So pause, dear friend, before this journey start, when now still beats within your willing heart. For every step toward some day's distant shore leads further from where living dreams depart. The only road that leads to was and done begins where present meets the rising sun, while all the paths of might and possibly lead straight to where all chances come undone. My threadbare penitence of pieces tore. Now summer's heat burns fierce upon the plain, and wisdom's lost returned to me again. The cup that once I vowed to cast aside beckons with ruby depths of sweet disdain. The autumn winds may whisper of regret, and winter's frost may cause the eyes to wet. But when the vine blooms fresh in spring once more, what sage remembers promises to forget? The tavern calls with sweeter voice than prayer. The wine cup glimmers like a jewel rare. What use are all these vows of yesterday when today's sun reveals the world so fair? The sages warn of morning's bitter rue, but evening's pleasures paint the sky anew. Let those who will count beads and mumble psalms, tonight the stars are dancing, and the dew. For pleasure's price in pain we gladly pay, as night must follow even brightest day. The sweetest fruit grows highest on the branch. What worth the feast that costs us no dismay? The desert sun burns fierce, yet pilgrims still press on to Mecca with unshaken will. So too the lover bears love's burning drought. For one cool draught his thirsting heart to fill. Each precious thing exacts its proper toll. The pearl its dive, the flame its blinded moth. What treasure gained without some pain to pay? What wisdom earned that did not pierce the soul? The nightingale who sings of love's sweet pain would scorn a garden free of thorny vine, for in this world of mingled joy and grief, the price we pay makes sweet our hard-won gain. Your scent is ripe, and your name means nectar. Like honey dripping from the comb's sweet cells, your essence draws me with its fragrant spells. Through garden paths where jasmine scents the air, I follow where your sacred presence dwells. The moon herself grows jealous of your light, as stars bow down before your radiant sight. What mortal could resist such honeyed charms that turn the darkest day to golden night? Deep in the garden of delights I soar, where every bloom holds secrets to explore. Your perfumed breath draws me through twilight air, each visit leaving me still thirsting more. The sweetest flowers bloom in hidden bowers where love unfolds through secret, sacred hours. Like morning dew upon your petals bright, my passion rains its soft and golden showers. Your scent is ripe, and your name means nectar. Like honey dripping from the comb's sweet cells, your essence draws me with its fragrant spells. Through garden paths where jasmine scents the air, I follow where your sacred presence dwells. The moon herself grows jealous of your light, as stars bow down before your radiant sight. What mortal could resist such honeyed charms that turn the darkest day to golden night? Deep in the garden of delights I soar, where every bloom holds secrets to explore. Your perfumed breath draws me through twilight air, each visit leaving me still thirsting more. The sweetest flowers bloom in hidden bowers where love unfolds through secret, sacred hours. Like morning dew upon your petals bright, my passion rains its soft and golden showers. Sensual bliss should not be a lost art, in sacred dance of flesh and soul divine, where mystic wisdom and desire entwine. Each breath becomes a prayer of pure delight. Each touch transforms mere water into wine. The sages who would split the two apart, who claim the spirit dwells in realms more smart, forget that in this vessel made of clay, the universe first kindled wisdom's start. So let thy senses feast upon the world. Let joy's bright banner be at last unfurled. For in the marriage of the low and high, the truth of being finally comes uncurled. Within the garden of earthly pleasure, dancing to time's eternal measure, find thou the path that leads both down and up, where flesh and spirit share the same treasure. The garden whispers secrets old and sweet, as petals dance around my restless feet. Each flower holds a drop of morning light, making nature's springtime song complete. The lilac bends to share her purple dreams, while jasmine stars float down in silver streams. Time stops within this fragrant paradise where nothing's quite as fleeting as it seems. Below the earth, roots tangle, twist and turn, like lovers who forever yearn to learn the ancient rhythms of the warming soil. These secrets that make spring's heart burn. The iris spreads her royal gown of blue, each petal wet with morning's precious dew. I am the bee that drinks this sweetness in, till garden's soul and mine are merged anew. The desert wanderer finds his oasis, where each drop holds 1,000 graces. The spring bubbles up from depths unknown, leaving flowers in its liquid traces. Like waves that crash upon the shore at night, our passion rises to its foaming height. The moon pulls at our tide of tenderness till morning leaves us bathed in gentle light. Deep in the pool where sacred lotuses grow, the surface ripples soft and slow. Two fish in ancient dance of yin and yang share secrets only lovers ever know. When thunderclouds release their silver rain, the earth drinks deep and blooms again. So in love's shower we are washed anew, till not a spark of thirst does there remain. Blazes Venus. I know what I feel, not why.
Reason moons to passion, with logic cool. Quench thy inner fire, lest it burn us, fool.
Blazes Venus. I know what I feel, not why. 'Tis better you take heed of me. I rule. Reason moons to passion, with logic cool. Quench thy inner fire, lest it burn us, fool. Blazes Venus. I know what I feel, not why. 'Tis better you take heed of me. I rule.
Mercury, swift messenger, takes his stand. Both your realms I've crossed, both I understand. The heart needs wings, but also needs a guide. Let wisdom chart the course that love has planned.
Mercury, swift messenger, takes his stand. Both your realms I've crossed, both I understand. The heart needs wings, but also needs a guide. Let wisdom chart the course that love has planned.
Mars storms in, all crimson battle light. Choose, for none can serve two lords tonight. But Jupiter, more sage, resolves the fray. The soul needs both its darkness and its bright.
Mars storms in, all crimson battle light. Choose, for none can serve two lords tonight. But Jupiter, more sage, resolves the fray. The soul needs both its darkness and its bright.
Saturn, ancient keeper of time's deep ways, speaks from shadows of his ringing maze. Each force must dance with what would prove its foe, for cosmic truth lives in their endless chase.
Saturn, ancient keeper of time's deep ways, speaks from shadows of his ringing maze. Each force must dance with what would prove its foe, for cosmic truth lives in their endless chase.
And so the planets in their orbits spin, as reason and passion out and in circle round each other's burning core. Two halves that make us whole, two souls akin.
And so the planets in their orbits spin, as reason and passion out and in circle round each other's burning core. Two halves that make us whole, two souls akin.
Uranus, rebel child of starry space, laughs and says, "Why choose which to embrace? Break free of both. Let chaos be your guide and dance beyond the bounds of time and place."
Uranus, rebel child of starry space, laughs and says, "Why choose which to embrace? Break free of both. Let chaos be your guide, and dance beyond the bounds of time and place."
Neptune dissolves all borders with his seas. In my deep dreams, all opposites find ease. Reason melts to intuition's flow, while passion learns what wisdom's eye foresees.
Neptune dissolves all borders with his seas. In my deep dreams, all opposites find ease. Reason melts to intuition's flow, while passion learns what wisdom's eye foresees.
Pluto, from his dark depths, adds his voice. Death makes mockery of every choice. Yet in that final truth lies freedom's key. Let both paths lead you. Let your soul rejoice.
Pluto, from his dark depths, adds his voice. Death makes mockery of every choice. Yet in that final truth lies freedom's key. Let both paths lead you. Let your soul rejoice.
The Milky Way, that river made of light, flows on above their cosmic scaled fight. Each star a thought, each galaxy a dream, where logic's day meets passion's endless night.
The Milky Way, that river made of light, flows on above their cosmic scale fight. Each star a thought, each galaxy a dream, where logic's day meets passion's endless night.
Andromeda, our sister galaxy, whispers, "In my chains I learned to see that bondage to pure thought or pure desire are equal prisons. Only both are free."
Andromeda, our sister galaxy, whispers, "In my chains I learned to see that bondage to pure thought or pure desire are equal prisons. Only both are free."
The Pleiades, seven sisters bright, dance through the philosophical fight. We weave both reason's steps and passion's leaps into one cosmic dance of dark and light.
The Pleiades, seven sisters bright, dance through the philosophical fight. We weave both reason's steps and passion's leaps into one cosmic dance of dark and light.
Orion lifts his sword of stellar fire. Why wage this war? Let both forces conspire to hunt the deeper truths beyond their reach, where wisdom and wild wonder both aspire.
Orion lifts his sword of stellar fire. Why wage this war? Let both forces conspire to hunt the deeper truths beyond their reach, where wisdom and wild wonder both aspire.
Black holes speak from their singular hearts. We crush all dualities apart. Here mathematics meets pure ecstasy, where space and time themselves cannot stay apart.
Black holes speak from their singular hearts. We crush all dualities apart. Here mathematics meets pure ecstasy, where space and time themselves cannot stay apart.
The Crab Nebula, Death Star turned to mist, pulses signals through the cosmic gist. I died in reason's fire and passion's blast. now shine as both, too bright to still exist.
The Crab Nebula, Death Star turned to mist, pulses signals through the cosmic gist. I died in reason's fire and passion's blast, now shine as both, too bright to still exist.
Quasars blazing at creation's edge send ancient light beyond all knowledge. Before your split of heart and mind was born, we sang one song that knew no separate pledge.
Quasars blazing at creation's edge, send ancient light beyond all knowledge. Before your split of heart and mind was born, we sang one song that knew no separate pledge.
Only a few words rhyme with love above. The poet sits and scratches at his head, wishing he could use heart or red instead. But no, he's trapped by what the rules declare. These ove words fill his soul with mounting dread. He thinks of thereof, much too stiff and dry, or whereof, which might make his readers sigh. Perhaps he'll try a sight rhyme like move, but critics would never let that slip by. So here he drags poor turtle doves once more into verses they've graced 10 times before, while boxing gloves and pushes rough and tough make metaphors that readers can't ignore. In desperation now he coins woove and adds the verb to groove, how smooth. At last he cries, oh, let me write free verse, for love needs no rhyme to fully prove. Of words that rhyme with the beloved earth, the poet struggles with this sacred girth, this sphere that spins through space with such worth. Firth speaks of waters, birth of ships at rest, poor substitutes for planetary mirth. Perhaps we need new words to praise this home, fresh syllables like seeds in fertile loam. For how can these few rhymes capture the seas, the mountains proud beneath the starlit dome? Let's coin unearth, though that's already claimed, or rirth, when worlds are born again unnamed. The dictionary mocks our meager reach while forests burn and cannot be reclaimed. So let us break free from these rhyming chains to speak of deserts, forests, hills, and plains. For earth transcends our limited word store, this living sphere that feeds us and sustains. I note that just a few words rhyme with life. The poet scours his lexicon in pain. For wife he's used, and cannot use again, while strife grows tired and knife too violent seems. These meager rhymes are driving him insane. Perhaps he'll try the Scottish word "ife," though readers might protest such rhyming waif. He contemplates inventing blife and splife, but fears the critic's mockery unsafe. Let's speak of time beneath the surgeon's knife. He cries, then groans, that rhyme's too full of strife. Or write of ocean creatures like the fife, a fish whose name brings no poetic life. At last he throws his rhyming dictionary out and writes free verse with neither rhyme nor doubt. For life itself cares not for perfect sound. It simply flows and knows what it's about. Only a few words rhyme with love above. He thinks of thereof, much too stiff and dry. So here he drags poor turtle doves once more in desperation. Now he coins woove. Perhaps we need new words to praise this home. Let's coin unearth, though that's already claimed. So let us break free from these rhyming chains. I note that just a few words rhyme with life. Perhaps he'll try the Scottish word "ape." Let's speak of time beneath the surgeon's knife. At last he throws his rhyming dictionary out. When the universe ends, sparse photons left, the last black holes will whisper to the void, their hawking radiation's fading song. A requiem for galaxies long dead, for stars that danced and planets that once bloomed. Yet in that darkness sleeps infinite seed, the quantum foam of possibility, where virtual particles embrace and part like thoughts within the cosmic mind unborn. The vacuum teems with spectral symmetries, mathematics ghosts that never sleep, platonic forms in timeless hibernation, awaiting their next chance to manifest. In this great pause between the cosmic acts, the stage is empty, but the script remains, written in the grammar of pure space, in laws that transcend any single world. Perhaps some deeper rhythm pulses here in realms where time itself dissolves to now, where every ending holds beginning's heart, and death is just geometry in flux. The constants and the forces hibernate like winter seeds beneath dimensional frost, until conditions ripen once again, for space and time to blossom into form. See how the void begins to ripple now with fluctuations in the quantum deep as virtual becomes the actual, and possibility ignites to mass. The eternal math starts singing once again, its abstractions clothing themselves in fire, as from the ashes of our universe, another cosmos learns to read its lines.
Oh, if the world were but to recreate, better to seize the pen ourselves and write upon time's parchment with our own delight, than trust to scribes who never felt our pain, nor knew which verses we would most recite. The master's hand moves ever east to west, each dawn a page where none may make request. And though we cry to edit chapters past, the ink's already dry upon their breast. Some say the text was written long ago, before time's river first began to flow. But who can read tomorrow's verses clear, or know which way the final plot shall go? Perhaps the book holds many paths to choose, some pages gilt with gain, some dark with lose, and we, poor readers, turning page by page, must write our own tales as we win or lose. So let us be bold editors tonight, and strike out lines of grief and black despite. Though fate may hold the copyright above, we'll draft new chapters while we have the light.
Adam said, "What can I get for just a rib?"
Well, for economy class, you'll get someone who might occasionally pass the remote, share some pizza, but won't clean the cave. And good luck getting her to mow any grass.
How about throwing in some basic repairs? Someone who at least cares if the fig leaves need mending.
That's the deluxe package, costs way more shares.
Could I perhaps get a trial period? 3 days to test?
No returns and no exchanges once the rib is flowed.
But will she at least help tend Eden's flowers?
She'll critique your technique for endless hours, then plant her own garden exactly her way.
Fine, I'll take what I can get.
You won't live to regret this bargain basement deal. For that one rib, you'll get more than you know, my safe bet.
The surgery done, Eve opened her eyes, looked at Adam's bachelor paradise, said,
"This place needs a woman's touch, my dear."
and paradise was never quite as nice. The weave of the quantum fields as Strokes writes. Each galaxy a grand epic unfolds, as dark matter's grammar shapes and upholds the syntax of celestial motion, while space-time's meter measures and molds. Like metaphors that bridge world and mind, consciousness emerges, strange and refined. From neural verses sparking patterns that mirror cosmic rhythms intertwined, the double helix writes in 4-base ink. Life's endless variations, link by link, each mutation a new metaphor. Teaching matter, new ways to think. Black holes compress whole libraries of space into singular points of time and grace, where information dances on edges, neither lost nor found, just changing its face. Through quantum entanglement's subtle rhyme, particles poetry slam through space-time, speaking in spooky correlations that make Einstein's certainties sublime. We are stanzas in this cosmic text, each generation writing what comes next, adding chapters to evolution's tale as simple atoms grow more complex. The vacuum teems with virtual verse, particles borrowing time to rehearse their brief soliloquies of being before returning to the universe. March, April, spring will reign as we may there. January, cold maiden of the year, asks February why he's so austere.
Your days are short, your temper rather brief.
He snows his answer, crystal white and clear. March winds in like a lion to the dance, while April showers catch time in their trance. May flowers curtsy as they take the stage, and June brides blush at summer's sweet romance. July burns bright with independence fire. August lounges, too warm to aspire, till September shakes her harvest tresses. October paints what her eyes desire. November wraps us in her foggy shawl as winter's courtiers attend her ball. December rings his silver bells with joy. The month's grand waltz has circled round them all. The calendar spins like a music box, each month a dancer locked within time's locks, till years cascade like leaves in autumn wind, and seasons shift like clouds through equinox. The Aleph of word, phrase, and universe, but wisdom whispered from the eternal page. Each letter holds the secrets of an age. The Aleph stands not lonely in its might, but dances with its siblings on life's stage. From Beth to Yod, from Alpha to Omega, each symbol weaves creation's grand saga. The first contains the last in sacred loop as rivers flow both forth and back to saga. What use to seek the source without its stream? The root divorced from branches is a dream, for in the one lie seeds of many's bloom, and many fold to one in cosmic scheme. So read the book complete from end to start. Let every letter play its vital part, for truth lies not in singularity, but in the whole that sets each piece to art.